But the idea that I want to state is that for Moroccans, the love of their aesthetic is something that is cherished and honored and integrated even into modern society, so that we will find other norms that do that. And we're going to go through now the media very quickly because I've taken too much time with the history. So in traditional media, we look at arts of women, the arts of men, and again, this urban and rural dynamic. So the arts of women mostly is confined to embroidery, textiles, and weaving in wool. The women are not allowed to weave in silk. And so you will find those that are selling silk carpets in the major cities. Those are created by men who are itinerant weavers. We can move ahead. The loom itself in a Berber society is considered to be sacred, protective, an element that is part and of course allows them to create these beautiful works. The one on this side, the far side from me, is actually a rural carpet, a Berber carpet. It has integrated a lot of those astral signs, including the 8-pointed star, sorry about that, 8-pointed star, which is reflective of the directional orientation of the 4 corners up and down. And then in this particular carpet, which is an urban carpet from Rabat, you have symbols that are more characteristic of the Islamic tradition that you would find in a Kalim or in other places like in Turkey. But you also have the integration of an oculus in the center as this book design carpet, which is very commonly produced in other Islamic cultures, but it has sort of a Berber flair to it because of the kind of designs that are integrated. Adornment is very important. So you have women that wear very, very expensive, beautiful dresses for weddings. They sit on a chair and are paraded about in the chair as they're wearing as much jewelry as possible to reflect their status and well-being. Sometimes the jewelry is even borrowed or rented for that purpose. And also plenty of our henna. Henna decoration is served not only for its beauty, but also for its protective qualities. A lot of the designs that you'll find, especially in the Berber areas, that are reflective of those symbols that I talked about before that are talismanic, that will protect them from evil, especially from the evil eye. You know, the jealous eye that looks at you. If you're wearing the tattoos or the henna tattoos, then that will bounce off of the tattoo and maybe even back to you. So this particular henna is actually an urban design, which is more reflective of what you would find in other Islamic territories. It is believed, I'm told by one of my students, that henna was originated in Morocco. So, and of course, we find henna around the world. Traditional costumes include the jalaba, the tarbouch or fez, scarves for women, which may or may not be worn on the head in hijab. When you visit Morocco, you will see both possibilities. And the bagla, or the slippers that have no heel. And we can go to the next. Metalwork. You can go to the next. This is a particular video. You can play a little bit of this. This is a setting of a tea server in a hotel. And the tea server, of course, you know, is in a cup of tea that is served with one of the pitchers that has green tea and mint in the cup, and it's poured. There's an art to the pouring, actually, of the tea into the cup. But this particular, we can move to the next slide, that'll be fine. This particular setting is in a hotel. It was very delightful with the waterfall behind it. Leatherworks are very important, and in fact it's an original Berber art that has grown out into the rest of territories in Morocco. The most famous is the tanneries of Fez, which you can visit from above. You probably don't want to get too close because they use urine in the processing, and it stinks. In fact, if you go to like a leather store in Morocco, you'll walk in and they'll hand you a piece of mint, and you think it's just this elegant thing. No, it's to prevent you from smelling the horrible urine on the leather as you're walking around. So that olfactory diversion is at hand.